Have you ever felt stuck with someone managing your Social Security money and they just aren't looking out for your best interests? Maybe you're not getting enough for groceries, or you don't understand where your money's going each month. Or maybe you just plain don't trust the person handling your benefits. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and here's the good news: you do have rights. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, where we empower you with the knowledge to make the most of your government benefits and protect your legal rights. I'm Naim, and today we're answering the question, can you fire your SSA Payee? Short answer, yes, you often can. But there's a process and some rules you need to know. First up, let's get clear on what a representative payee, or payee, actually is. If you're receiving Social Security benefits, like Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, Supplemental Security Income, SSI, or even retirement, you might have something called a representative payee. A representative payee is basically a trusted person or an organization the Social Security Administration, the SSA, officially chooses to manage your benefits if the SSA thinks you're not able to on your own. For instance, maybe you have a mental health condition that makes it tough to handle money, or you're living with a disability or medical issue. The payee is supposed to help. By making sure your bills get paid, you have what you need, and your money is used for you, not for anyone else. Some common payees: your parent or guardian, if you're under 18, a spouse or close family member, sometimes a social worker, group home, or even a bank or non-profit organization. But payees aren't above the law. Their job is to act in your best interest, not their own. Let's quickly touch on who actually needs a payee, because this comes up a lot. The SSA doesn't just appoint a payee to everyone. There needs to be a reason, like a doctor's report or proof you have trouble managing money. If you think you're capable of handling your own benefits, you can ask the SSA to review your case again. You might not need a payee forever, especially if your health or life situation improves. Let's say you were getting SSI because of a brain injury, and your mom became your payee while you were recovering. Now, you're fully recovered, living independently, and want to manage your own money. You have the right to request that the SSA let you be your own payee, as long as you can show you're able to handle your finances responsibly. This is the big one. What if your payee isn't helping you, or worse, is actually causing problems? Here are some signs your payee might not be doing their job. You're not getting enough for basic needs, like rent, food, or medication. You find strange withdrawals or expenses you didn't approve. Your payee doesn't tell you how they're handling your money. Bills aren't being paid on time, even though you know the money is coming in. You feel threatened, controlled, or like your payee is taking advantage of you. If any of those sound familiar, you do not have to just put up with it. One viewer, let's call him John, wrote in and said his brother was his payee, but kept making excuses for why rent was late and why John never seemed to have enough for groceries, even though he knew he got substantial benefits each month. John started keeping track and realized his brother was using the money for his own expenses. John called the SSA, explained the situation, and after a review, the SSA removed his brother and allowed John's cousin, someone he trusted, to become his new payee. Here's where we get into your legal rights. Let's make this crystal clear. You have the right to request a new payee or to ask for no payee at all if you can handle your own finances. The Social Security Administration takes complaints seriously, especially if there's a risk someone's benefits are being misused. And yes, it is possible and sometimes necessary to fire your payee. Let's go through how to do it. How to remove or replace your payee. Step by step, step 1. Contact the SSA. The first thing you need to do is contact the Social Security office. You can call their national helpline at 1-800-772-1213 or visit your local SSA office in person. If you have a caseworker or someone you see regularly, talk to them too. When you talk to the SSA, explain why you want to change, remove, or fire your payee. Be specific. The SSA can't act if you just say, "Things aren't good." You need to give details. Examples of what you might say. "My payee doesn't give me enough money for groceries." "I'm not getting statements about where my money goes." "My bills aren't getting paid on time." "My payee is using my money for themselves, not for me." Step 2. Gather evidence. If possible, gather documents or evidence. For example, copies of unpaid bills or letters from landlords, bank statements with suspicious withdrawals or payments, notes about conversations or any threats made by your payee, letters or messages where the payee admits they're not using money for you. The more evidence you have, the stronger your case. Step 3. Fill out the right forms. The SSA might ask you to fill out some paperwork, like Form SSA 11, request to be selected as payee, or to give a written statement about your situation. They may also ask for medical info to show you can handle your own money if you want to be your own payee. Step 4. The SSA will investigate. The SSA will review your request, which might include talking to you privately, contacting your current payee, looking at bank statements or payment records, asking for input from people who know you, like doctors or social workers. This can take a few weeks, but they're required to take your concerns seriously and protect your rights. Step 5. The decision. The SSA will make a decision. They could assign a new payee you choose, like another family member or friend. Let you manage your own benefits if you can show you can handle it. Pick another qualified organization, or in some situations, assign a temporary payee until things are sorted out. You'll get a letter explaining what they decided and why. What happens if you ask to fire your payee and the SSA says no? Don't give up. You have the right to appeal their decision. The appeal steps are: request reconsideration. Tell the SSA you disagree and want them to look again. Hearing. If you're still not satisfied, you can ask for a hearing with an administrative law judge. Legal help. At any time, you can get free or low-cost legal help. Every state has legal aid programs, and organizations like the National Disability Rights Network, NDRN, help people protect their benefits. Remember, you are not powerless. Let's be honest, most payees do the right thing, but sadly, abuse does happen. If you believe your payee is stealing your money or committing fraud, here's what you should do right away. Contact Social Security, 1-800-772-1213. File a report with Adult Protective Services if you're an adult with a disability or senior. Talk to the police if you think money was outright stolen. Ask for a new payee or for SSA to step in and investigate. Tell someone you trust. This isn't something you have to deal with alone. If Social Security finds money has been stolen, they will work to get it back for you, and, in many cases, criminal charges can be filed against dishonest payees. Lisa lived in a group home. and the home's organization served as her payee. She always seemed to have less money for personal items than other residents, and staff couldn't explain where the funds were going. Lisa's sister noticed and contacted the SSA. An investigation uncovered that the group home was misusing several residents' funds. The SSA brought in a new payee for Lisa and made the organization repay the money. The lesson here: don't hesitate to speak up if you suspect something is wrong, even with a business or group. If you do get to change your payee, remember, you have a say in who helps you. Best practices for choosing a payee: pick someone you trust, preferably a family member or close friend who understands your needs. If you don't have anyone, ask your social worker, a legal advocate, or even your doctor for recommendations. Professional organizations or nonprofits can also serve, but make sure they are reputable. Ask yourself, will this person really put my needs first? Are they good with paperwork and handling money? Can I talk to them openly if there's a problem? It's your money, and you deserve to feel safe and respected. A quick word about what payees cannot do. They cannot use your Social Security money for themselves or to pay their own bills. They cannot invest your benefits in risky accounts or give them away. They cannot deny you access to your own records or bank statements. They are only allowed to use your benefits to pay for your needs, like rent, food, clothing, medical care, transportation, and personal spending. If there is money left over, it must be saved for you in a special account or fund, not just spent however they want. So let's recap. If you have a payee who isn't doing their job, you have the right to ask for a new payee or to become your own payee if possible. Gather evidence and be clear with the SSA about what's going wrong. You can appeal if you don't agree with the SSA's decision. No one has the right to use your money for anything but your own needs. Abuse or fraud is a crime. Report it right away. You deserve dignity, respect, and control over your financial life. If you learned something new today, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people find trustworthy information about their rights. If you have any questions or want to share your own experience with a payee, good or bad, leave a comment below. I read every single one, and your story could help someone else. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more easy-to-understand guides on Social Security, disability, and legal protections. And make sure to stick around for the next video, where I'll be sharing some little-known government benefit loopholes that could put more money in your pocket, legally. Take care of yourselves and your future. See you next time.